Hey, friend, welcome back. Welcome back to the Side Hustle Growth Podcast. I hope you're doing well. Let me know how you are doing. Today, I want to shift things a little bit. I'm always talking about side hustle success and side hustle growth, and here's what you can do in your side hustle. But the reason why you are a side hustler is because you have a full-time job, a 9 to 5, a corporate job. So today, I actually wanted to talk about helping you put some of that spark back into your workday. I will never knock the 9 to 5 life. So even when my clients come to me, they're like, CJ, I'm not quite ready to create my 3D exit strategy, dedicate, decide, depart. They do want to start and grow their side hustle while they're still at their 9 to 5 so they can build their confidence before they leave. But there's also a part of them that starts to almost resent their 9 to 5 because they know they don't want to be there anymore. They have this idea that it's coming into fruition. It is actually becoming its own thing. They have their own thing, and they just wanted to take off so that they can take off from their 9 to 5. But while you're there, it really is about making the best of it. Unless you are in a truly, and I hope you're not, unless you are in a toxic environment or just an environment where you're not really enjoying the job or you're not really enjoying your coworkers or the people around you, the people that you have to interact with day to day. But if you're feeling kind of meh about your 9 to 5, I'm hoping by the end of this episode, I can help you out with that a little bit. I know feeling meh can mean that you're a little bit mentally like checked out. You show up, you're there physically, but mentally you are in your side hustle. You are growing a side hustle. You're running a side hustle full time. You're finding yourself daydreaming essentially about your side hustle. So I want to help to shift your perspective back a little bit. And the first thing we want to touch on is something I always stress with my clients, and that's leverage before you leave. Listen, if you have been hanging out with me for a while, you know this is something I always talk about. Your 9 to 5 is setting you up. It can set you up just with that little shift in your perspective, can set you up for side hustle success. Yes, you heard me right. Your 9 to 5 can help you succeed in your side hustle. Take advantage of everything that is being laid out in front of you while you are still at your 9 to 5. Here are a few things you can think about. The first one is a skills transfer. Every day at your 9 to 5 is an opportunity to build the skills that will be valuable in your side hustle, that will make you a successful business owner, whether it's management or communication or creating systems, navigating this office politics, having difficult conversations. Instead of viewing your job as a dead end, think of it as like a training ground for your next step into your side hustle. Also, there are networking opportunities. I remember this about my 9 to 5. Girl, let me tell you how I was at those events, building my network while I was still at my 9 to 5. Do not underestimate the power of networking, of growing your network. You just never, ever know who is in the room, who knows whom, and who can get you in front of this person that can really help you out in the future. Hey, depending on your side hustle, your future clients could be at a networking event being put on by your 9 to 5. It doesn't have to stop just because your passion lies elsewhere. You're thinking of the opportunities, you're thinking of the bigger picture and who can support your side hustle or your future business endeavors. Networking and skills transfers. Leverage that 9 to 5 and make sure you continue to work on yourself. You continue to improve on yourself, because the person you are, the type of employee you are, can ultimately determine the type of entrepreneur that you will be. So who are you showing up at work as? Like, what type of person are you really showing up as when you're at your 9 to 5? That can actually really determine a lot for your future as well. Now, with the skills transfer and with the networking and with creating systems and your communication and your time management and just being able to your project management, all of that is being done every day at your 9 to 5, but to really, really, really kind of hone in on everything and to really maximize on what the experience at your 9 to 5, there has to be a shift in your mindset. Talking about your current job and your skills, let's talk about your mindset as well, and your employee mindset that has to start to shift while you are still at your 9 to 5 anyway. One of the things you can do is set micro goals. So if your long-term goals are tied to your side hustle, try setting micro goals at your 9 to 5 for those bigger dreams. So let's say you're working on becoming a better leader on your own, in your own business. Focus on leadership opportunities at work. These micro goals can give you a sense of purpose and make your workday feel even more meaningful. Whatever you feel like you need to focus on in your 9 to 5, think of how this can really benefit your side hustle. You as an entrepreneur, you attracting clients and communicating with clients, making sure your clients or your customers are happy, making sure from point A to point B, all the way down to Z, everything's in place. And you're getting it all while you're still at your 9 to 5. So find joy in the small wins. Celebrate those small victories. When you complete that project, when you have a good communication or exchange with a colleague, or just being able to make it through the day. Let's just keep it real. Acknowledge just the little things. The little things do add up. The little things give you something to look forward to, because then you'll end up looking forward to the next little thing and the next little thing. And before you know it, you're starting to find the joy in your 9 to 5, and really kind of bringing that spark, reigniting that spark, keeping that spark alive while you are still at your 9 to 5. Now, here's the other thing. I already touched on skills transfer and the areas that you would need to focus on, the areas that you might need to improve while you're still at your 9 to 5, or there might be your strengths, the things you're really good at, and there are other things you're like, I really need to build on this. So let's talk about treating your job, your 9 to 5, as a stepping stone. That is because it's not a dead end. While you're there, focus on learning. Approach each day through a learner's lens and ask yourself, what can I take away today that would help me to improve who I am in my side hustle and become a better entrepreneur tomorrow? Maybe it's a new way to tackle a project or a problem, or you have a new perspective and a better understanding of how to communicate with someone, so that you can ultimately, you have the same goal, if not similar goals, at your 9 to 5. You're working towards that. You're finding a fresh perspective. Maybe you are listening more, paying attention more to the person or the people that you're working with and how they approach things. And you're like, oh, wow, like maybe that's something I can try the next time. And just being a little bit more open minded. Focus on showing up each day. Because you're treating your 9 to 5 as a stepping stone, you're treating each new day as something new that you can learn and approach it with through those lens. Your 9 to 5 is not a dead end. The other thing that you can do, align your actions with your future goals, even if your current job isn't your passion. You can still align your actions with your future goals, because you're thinking of where you are now and where you want to be. You're thinking of how you can take initiative and start building certain habits, so that when you are running your business, you can need to be able to take initiative. You need to be able to be adaptable. You need to be able to pivot. You need to be creative. So align your actions with your future goals. Align whatever you're doing wherever you want to be, so that your 9 to 5, you can get the best out of your 9 to 5, and again, bring that spark back into your 9 to 5. So, how about bringing it all together, shifting your mindset, understanding your skills, treating your current job as a stepping stone so that you're not necessarily mentally checked out. You're working on your networking, your communication, your time management, creating a system, all of that while you're still at your 9 to 5. It's every day is one step closer to your destination. It's one step closer. You may not necessarily be ready when we do chat in that 15-minute vibe check. You may not necessarily be ready for your 3D exit strategy, but every single day that you are showing up at your 9 to 5, you're thinking, this is one step closer to me leaving my 9 to 5. A tiny, tiny shift. You walk in there with for a new set of eyes, through seeing everything through a new lens, and just have fun while you can at work. It's not a dead end. It's the beginning of the rest of your life. Every single day is the beginning of the rest of your life. Now, my girl, if you are struggling to find that spark, if you are so mentally checked out that you don't want to check back in, please reach out to your girl CJ. Let's have a chat, a 15-minute vibe check. That's all it takes for us to get started. See how we vibe. Ask me about the Side Hustle Her Club. Ask me about that community of like-minded women, of side hustle women who maybe they're mentally checked out. Maybe they want to be at their 9 to 5 for the next 1, 3, 5 years. And while they grow their side hustle, maybe they're trying to figure out how they start their side hustle. But all these women have come together and are really supporting each other in a safe space. And that might just be where you need to be in order to find the joy in the other areas of your life, not just your side hustle. So you're still enjoying your life. So please reach out to me. The link, everything is linked in the description. Let's have a quick chat. Ask me about the Side Hustle Her Club. Ask me for other tips on how you can leverage your 9 to 5 so you're not so mentally checked out. So it's not just another day and, in a couple weeks or in a month, however the pay system is set up, it's just another paycheck. You're just here for the paycheck. You don't want to live your life like that. Let's find the joy in the little things. Let's have a chat. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This is a nice, quick episode. I just want to sprinkle you with some joy and it helps you reignite that spark. And I hope this episode really helped to give you the perspective that you needed. I will see you at the next episode. Reach out to your girl CJ. Let us chat. And I will talk to you very, very soon, my friend. Bye.